Hi guys, I'm Kristen and you're watching Kate's Perfect Fitness TV. So today we are going to roll out your whole body. So what you need is a foam roller, okay? So foam rollering is really good. It's a self myofascial release, which is just going to help you smooth out your muscles. It will help to get rid of any knots you have got built up. So it's going to just help to lengthen out your muscles, relieve any knots, release any stretch. It's going to break up any scar tissue, any adhesions you have. And then it's also going to help promote better blood circulation as well, which is going to help speed up your recovery time, and it's going to boost your workout performance. Okay, so lots of goodies in foam rollering. Okay, so get yourself one of these, and you want to use this at least every other day. I love foam rollers. So this is my foam roller routine, okay? I always start at my quads. So, biggest muscle group, so it always makes sense to start there. Now, first you just want to start and get yourself into a good position. Now, you don't want to just relax in these positions. You want to still hold your body nice and strong, okay? So you still want to keep your abs engaged, you're nice and tight. Now, from here, you're just going to roll forwards to your knees and then back to the hips. So now we're not going to roll over the joints. You're not going to go over the knees or really over the hips. We're just massaging through the quads. And then just to get some different angles, you could turn your legs out. So you turn your heels inwards. Okay, so it gets a little bit more on the inside of the quad. Then go back to center. And then turn your legs inwards. So just get some different angles in there. Now, if you, a nice little trick I learned is if you feel like a really tough pressure point and it really hurts right there, hold whatever the leg that really hurts, kind of bend it and then extend it back out a couple times and then keep going, okay? So that will just help to release any of those knots that you have, any of those trigger points. You just hold, you could just, if it's too much for you, just hold and breathe into it, or you can also bend and extend the leg and that will help as well. Now from here, we're just going to move to our side a little bit, and then you're just going to stay a little bit more in the hip flexor, okay? And you're going to go right into here. So you're going to keep your shoulder over your elbow, still keeping it nice and lifted here, and get into those hip flexors. And then from there, we're going to go a little bit further in and work the IT band. Now, you can, if that's really painful, put the top leg down, okay? And you're gonna go from your hip to your knee. And if you feel really good, you're gonna take both feet off, they're lifted, and you're here, okay? Good. And then like I said, if it's really tight, hold it. You could always bend and extend. Really breathe while you're doing this. And then keep going, okay? So you just want to hold at those trigger points. Just hold it still, or you can always bend and extend the leg. Then from there, we're going to just release that for a second, and then you can do the inner thigh as well, so your adductors, okay? You can lie down, and you're going to take the foam roller right in front of you, okay? And then what you're going to do is take the top bit and take it away from you, and then you're going to take your knee bent, and then you're going to roll yourself out and then back in, okay? So here we go. Rolling out and back in. And to get a little bit deeper, you can kind of tuck the back toes under of the other leg so you can roll out a little bit more and lift up onto it, okay? So keep moving around until you really feel those points of pressure, and that will really help the inner thigh. If you're like, oh, I don't feel it, just move the foam roller, Okay. Great. And relax. Then you would repeat it all on the other leg, and then we're going to move on now. So this would be going into your glutes piriformis. So for example, from here, you might be okay. This might be really painful. Not painful, but a bit unpleasant. So this might be enough for you. Otherwise, try crossing your ankle over your knee and then leaning toward one side. Kind of drop your knees over to one side. And you get a little bit deeper in there. Really hits glute med and your piriformis. That gets really tight just from sitting, and then the glutes start to shut off. So really good to hit that on the foam roller all the time, okay? Really great stretch. And then you can do the other side, okay? And then, moving on, we're gonna do hamstrings, okay? So, what you would do is use your core, stay lifted, don't just sink. And we're gonna pull ourselves back. Think of like a gymnast, like on those bars. And then they roll themselves forward, okay? So this might not feel like you're doing too much. You might wanna cross and do one leg at a time, okay? So you're kind of more putting all your weight onto one leg, and that's fine. You can also get a lot tougher foam rollers, so that way some are softer, some are harder, and then you might want to switch ones on different muscle groups, okay? Okay, so then once you finish that, I always like finishing rolling the foam roll up to my heart, so it's always going upwards, pushing everything upward, and then I can release it. Now this one, we're gonna go down and do the calves. Start at kind of the bottom of your calves near your ankles, and you're just gonna cross one foot over. Okay, and then just lift your, you can keep your hips down, and you're just gonna rock your hips side to side, okay? And that's just gonna take you rolling out through the bottom of your calf muscle, okay? If something hurts, if you really feel a pressure point, try circling your foot around, okay? And then reverse the circle, and then again you can rotate side to side. And then go up a little bit, just roll the foam roller up, and then again, roll side to side on it. Good. And then you would change and do the other leg, okay? Now we're gonna flip over and do your shins. Now some people will do this all the time if they have shin splints, so this is a really good one for them. And you wanna start here, and it's almost like 4-point kneeling, but you're on your knees, and you're just going to roll forward and back. Now this might be enough for you. If this doesn't feel like you're doing too much, you could take it one leg at a time. So I'm just gonna step one knee back, take this forward. Then I'm just gonna cross, like as if you're kind of going into pigeon pose. You bring the ankle up a little bit. So you're in like a pigeon pose, and then you roll forward and back. Okay? You can get a few different angles on it then a little bit better. Rather than just going right down the middle of your shins, this kind of gets more on the exterior bit of the shin. Okay? So that is that one. Now we are going to go along to our upper and middle back. Okay, so from here, you can either rest your head in your hands or take your hands here. We're just going to start here to start, and you're just going to be rolling out through the upper back. Okay, releasing anything through the shoulder blades. Good. Back of the shoulders. We'll just really release here. If you want to get more into the inside, in between your shoulder blades, cross your arms, okay? Good. And now you want to stay on each of these poses for a good 1 to 2 minutes. Anything that feels tight, stay there longer, obviously. And then you can take yourself to your lower back and just gently go on the side. Okay? That gets a nice side of the lower back, so we kind of do the lower back on each side. And then change. Now this one we're going to do your whole back at the same time, but we're going to turn the foam roller so it's in line with your spine. And you just lie on this here. And we're just going to kind of take your feet a little bit wider so that way you can roll from one shoulder and one glute to the other side. Just massaging from side to side. It feels really nice along the shoulder blades. Good. And we're going to keep moving along. Get into your lat. So if we take it back, so it's facing this way now. You're just going to have it right underneath your armpit here. Okay, now you're just going to rest your head in your hand, and we're just going to roll kind of forward and then back, okay? Rolling forward and back. And the foam roller is not even moving, you're just moving along the foam roller on this one. And then you can move it down a little bit and do the same thing. And it's just gonna go lower and lower along the rib cage. You might wanna do this 3 or 4 times. And that's just gonna hit the lats really nice. Good. And before you go to do the other side, you might just wanna roll this out a little bit and get into your triceps. That's always really nice as well. Woo. Good. And then bring it toward the heart to finish. All right, so that is a full body rollout. So you should feel really, really just released after this, okay? It's just gonna help you release any stress. Like I said, some of the pressure points may feel a bit uncomfortable, but as long as they're not too painful, do try to hold them. Those are the ones you want to hold a little bit longer. Like I said, if you can circle the ankle around, maybe bend and extend the leg, just get yourself breathing. You know, don't hold your breath when it hurts. The important thing is to keep breathing. Deep inhale, exhale out, okay? So get yourself a foam roller, see the benefits of this on your own body. My other favorite thing is when you start getting foam rollering around the legs, it works wonders on cellulite. Yes, it's another one of my favorite tricks to get rid of cellulite. So there's lots of benefits to this. And make sure you drink lots of water after you do a foam rollering session. You know, it's like going to get a massage. They tell you to drink lots of water after. It's the same thing. You've just done a whole full body massage on yourself, okay? So drink lots of water. Make sure you give yourself 24 hours before you do the whole thing again. If you're really a bit sore after it, maybe give yourself 48 hours, okay? So thanks for watching. I'm Kristen. You're watching Kay's Perfect Fitness TV.